Well, yeah, as many of you know, I used to be a stripper. Yeah, I didn't think I would ever stop, so I legally changed my name to Poppy Hershey. And once I found the church, I just kept it. Now I'm Pastor Hershey. What happened was I was at McDonald's once. This was a long time ago, back when I was an unholy person. And I was at McDonald's, and I didn't have money per se, but there was a mob of sixth graders, right? Like, okay, I'm bigger than most of these kids. Not all. There was some big six, but most. I was bigger than most of them. I was like, okay, if I take one nugget while they're not looking from each sixth grader, I should have enough to feed myself. Because it was a slow night. I didn't have any money, you see. So I took one nugget, and I feel like they overreacted a little bit. And they start coming from the trees, Well, yeah, there were no trees in McDonald's. But the point is they were just coming out the woodworks. They were coming from behind the counter, from under the tables. There was a lot of sixth graders. And so they were hitting me, they were fighting. I was like, stop, I just took one nugget. Chill, bro, chill. And they're like, nah, bro. They're gonna take my food. Just throwing hands. And I could have taken one of them. But there was just at least 14. At least. And one of them, he dove at my kneecaps, like, ah! Didn't have any kneecaps, I fell to the ground. And then the fat one, he sat on my back. I was like, what are you guys doing? They're gonna take my nuggets, I'm gonna take your hair. So they pulled out, I don't know why sixth graders carry around clippers with them, but they did. He pulled it out, he plugged it into the socket, because McDonald's has sockets in the walls, so in case you want to charge your phone. So he put it into the socket, he started shaving my hair. I was like, stop, well, I can't strip without hair. And I was like, they were like, I don't care, you took my nuggets. I was like, come on, chill, bro, chill. And they were like, nah. I kept shaving my hair, I didn't have any hair. And I couldn't go back to my job like that, so I had to stop. I had to find something new. So I'm roaming the streets, and I find this building, and it's the worshiping place, and it's the Church of Tod the Fat Gay Dragon. I'm like, what is this? And they're like, this is the Church of Tod the Fat Gay Dragon. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. And long story short, I'm now a preacher of the Church of Tod the Fat Gay Dragon. So basically, a long time ago, back before stuff was stuff, a long time ago, there was Todd, right? And he was not only fat, but he was also a homosexual. And he didn't have any friends, because, back then people were less accepting of the fat and gay. So there was a sad fat gay dragon who was always lonely because no one wanted to be his friend. But he loved everybody, man. Like, even though everybody hated him, he was just such a loving fat gay dragon. So, I mean, nobody accepted his love because, they didn't like him, but he loved everybody. And one day he was going home from dragon school, just crip walking home, because that's how dragons walk. They kind of like crip walk. And he tripped and broke his neck and died. And that's kind of been the story. We don't worship him, but we think that he was pretty cool people, so, we named the religion after him.